I always had something to fall back on. Someone to fall back on. Someone to rescue me. From my mom taking care of my credit card bills in college, to my husband depositing money into my overdrawn accounts, I always had a fixer. None of my fixers looked anything like Olivia Pope though, but nonetheless, they were my fixers, and they rescued me from the circumstances that I created. They were my fixers. But this time, it was different. This time, there was no one to fix it. I was riding on top of the world. I owned a beautiful clinic, a human services organization, $1 million enterprise. I had the cars. I had the 5,000 square foot home with the huge backyard and the casita to boot. I had shoes galore and 2 very expensive SUVs that I shudder now to think about how much I paid for them. So here I was running a beautiful human services organization and helping children and families learn how to become self-sufficient. Isn't that interesting? And not only was I running the organization, but I wanted to go to the next level. And I wanted to open a home for sex trafficking victims. It was a noble calling. And I prayed about it. And I fasted about it. And I asked God to bring the person who would help me to make this dream become a reality. In walked $1 billion donor. There he was, the answer to my prayers. Oh my God, thank you, God. I was so grateful. He was there to help me and my organization go to the next level. He was there to make my dreams come true. And he was rich.
Yes.
Very rich. So every time we would meet, he would say, I don't think you're the person for this job. I need you to show me your bank statement. I need you to jump through this hoop and that hoop. I need character references. I need you to let me be on your board. And then I need you to meet with me privately, with your board not in the meeting. And I did it because I was chasing after the dream. The dream that I thought he was the answer to. I was riding on top of the world. So he ends up buying us $1 million property to house our girls. It was amazing. The property, it was 3 sprawling acres of beautiful land and 5 buildings and huge mature palm trees and a large freshwater pool, and if you can imagine, a full-size tennis court on the property and a grass just going on for days and days and days. I used to envision sitting on the grass with my girls and just helping them and doing groups and empowering them. Yet I was still chasing the dream. I was chasing myself. So the donor kept asking me to provide all of these different things to him. And I did what he asked me to do because I wanted to prove that I could do what no one had ever done before. I wanted to prove that I could do it. It was about me. It wasn't about the girls. And then one day, 2 days before, yes, 2 days before we're scheduled to open the home for girls. After the entire community knew everything that was going on. I mean, I told everybody about this. ABC, NBC, CBS, ESPN, if they would want to know. Everybody. I was in the news. I was on internet radio. I was on the radio. I was everywhere. 2 days before we're scheduled to open, we have a final meeting. And the donor says to me, "The property looks beautiful." I said, "Thank you. We've done a lot of work. You know, people have come in and cleaned up the property, and we've got a lot of donors and a lot of supporters and a lot of volunteers. I mean, this thing is going to be amazing." He turns to his secretary. We're at the table at a conference table, and he says, "Jenny, can you hand her the new organizational chart?" She slides it across the table, and I look at it, and the chart says he's going to take over.
Oh my God.
That me and my staff, that we're going to be his employees. After I built this program, I'm the one who knows about trauma and helping these girls. But you're going to take over? Right before my very eyes, the dream disintegrated. Right before my very eyes, the vision that I had fell apart. And there was nothing I could do about it. I went to my board. I said, "We gotta pray. We gotta pray and fast because I don't know what to do. Look at what's happening. We already moved into the property. I closed my clinic because of this. Because I was chasing the next big thing, thinking this will give me much more notoriety. We'll be able to reach so many more people." I had moved into the property. My clinic was closed. I had given a local psychiatrist all of my patients because she was opening a new practice. And by the way, right now she has 5 practices around the city. Because of initially the patients that I gave her. And so here I was not knowing what to do or where to go. And so we went to God. And through prayer, God said, "I'm closing the door. You need to tell him you will not take his money, and you need to move out." When I told him that we wouldn't take his money, I didn't have to tell him I was going to move out because the next day he had someone serve me with an eviction notice. "You must be out in 3 days." It was a Friday. I had met with 25 or 30 of my volunteers who were so excited about helping us with this project. And we were all just so excited. We were so excited. After the volunteers left that Friday, I went out to the mailbox, large property, so I'm walking quite a ways to the mailbox. And I get the mail out of the mailbox, and I'm coming back past the first house on the property, because remember there are 5 homes on the property, 5 buildings. And I look at the main house and I see something on the door. Well, it's not a foreclosure because he just bought the house. I go up to the door. "You must vacate the premises within 72 hours. It's Friday. My volunteers just left. What do I do now?" I go back to my office. I call my husband. He gave us an eviction notice. My husband says, let's call the moving company. We gotta be out. That following Monday, we moved out of the property. And before we moved out, I remember standing right there in the midst of those 3 sprawling acres of beautiful, lush green grass and thinking, wow, the grass was not greener on the other side. I remember thinking, wow, how will I explain to countless people who have supported my dream, my ministry, my business, me, that the dream, the vision that I had drawn them into just wasn't going to happen. I had to go before them and I had to tell them the truth. It's not going to happen. Lieutenant, it's not going to happen. Nonprofit, it's not going to happen. Girls shelter, it's not going to happen. And in that moment of standing before many people, having to share with them my own sting of failure, I realized in that very moment that my gift wasn't enough. My gift wasn't enough. It's been 5 years since that day. Almost to the date, it's been 5 years. And over the course of these last 5 years, I have been shown so many things about myself that I needed to know in order to go where I was destined to go. There have been hills, and there have been valleys, and there have been moments where I literally got prostrate on the ground and just cried out to God, why? How could everything fall apart in one fell swoop? How could the very thing that you gave me to use for your glory and for helping other people and for transforming lives and for changing the world, how could that very thing that you gave me somehow slip out of my hand so easily? And he said to me, I will give it back to you if you follow me. I will return it to you if you follow me. I will restore it if you just follow me. And so for the last 5 years, I've been on a journey trying to follow him. And he's led me to my greatest purpose. It wasn't the home. It wasn't therapy. It wasn't helping people with trauma. It was helping people to reach for their destiny. That's my story. It's a true story. And today, I want to share with you all a little bit about the reality that your gift is not enough. Your gift is not enough. And I'm going to share with you why it's not and what you need to do in order to support the gift that you've been given and to help it to reach its full potential. We're going to talk about what the purpose of your gift is. We're going to talk about what dirt has to do with it. Okay, you'll learn about that in a couple slides. And then I'm going to share with you 7 keys to cultivating your gift. We're going to talk about the weeds that choke out your gift, okay? And then we're going to talk about getting rid of the weeds. And my hope today is that you will walk away understanding how to be whole as you carry the gift inside of you. Okay? How to be whole as you carry the gift inside of you. In my story, I'm very gifted, have many different talents. But those talents weren't enough to carry me into my destiny. Okay? If you sing, if you write, if you empower, if you encourage, if you monetize, if you teach, whatever it is that you're doing or have